Yesterday and this morning, I've been having a chat with Maggie and Tim regarding being a bit selfish. And Tim recently posted a short on this, and what was kind of funny to me is that I've actually talked about this recently in a blog as well, on my website. And the point that I was getting at is that we're always told to fill our cup. Make sure that we're taking care of us, that you can't pour from an empty cup, that you need to learn self-love, and you have to take care of yourself, mentally and physically. Yet, when you look at, especially the English language, and I don't know about in other languages, there's not a word that encompasses doing that doesn't have a negative connotation. So I say that it's being selfish, and that as humans, the majority of what we do, if not everything we do, actually stems down to a very selfish reason. And it's because it fulfills us in some sort of way. I don't really know anything that we do that's not coming down to something that we're answering for ourselves. And sometimes that is even an issue with justifying something that we stay in or a habit that we continue that is not good for us, but there's still something that we're getting out of that. It's still something that's happening for us. And so I think it's really important to take time and start finding ways that you can be selfish. And by that, I'm not quite meaning it in the same word or in the same way that the actual definition is, because to me, being selfish means that I'm going to take care of myself. I've mentioned before, I'm a mom. My kids and I have a fantastic relationship. I absolutely adore them, and they seem to adore me. And so I would do anything for my kids. But if I gave every bit of me and did nothing for myself and nothing to make me feel good or to, enrich my life, I wouldn't have anything to give to them. You end up being this shell of a person who is just full of resentment and frustration and annoyance towards your family or the ones that you love because you continue to give too much. And even that, I think a lot of times that's justified by saying, oh, well, that's the way that it's supposed to be. I'm so selfless for my family. I do everything for my family. And I really recommend letting go of that and start looking in the ways of your life that you're doing this. Are you doing it at work? Are there things that you're doing at home with your friends? And part of this is starting to establish some healthy boundaries for yourself. And deciding that no is a complete sentence. You don't need to tell anybody anything else. But on top of that, you can say, you know what, this is something that I'm doing for me. So let's say that it's setting up a morning routine. And part of that morning routine is going to take away something that maybe you currently do for somebody else. That's okay. And you can have that conversation with them to say, I need to do this for me. And the people that love you and support you are going to completely understand that, because the more that you really focus on yourself and you start doing the inner work and you see yourself as this remarkably beautiful person that is doing some really remarkable and beautiful things in the world and in your own life, and you bring that within and you start really taking care of you and loving you and supporting you, oh my gosh, what it gives to those around you is tenfold. It just starts to pour out of you. You're nicer to be around. You enjoy things more. You tend to take care of yourself more. It's like the light just cannot be withheld when you're doing that. So it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to drop this belief that we have to give up everything for our families or for our jobs or to be a good person. You don't, absolutely. You can take care of yourself and still take care of others.